Hello everyone and welcome back to another Poppy Builds video. Yay! Thank you so much for watching today. The vibe of the video today is going to be an out of place space. So the whole concept is building something very typical, very common in a certain landscape, and then placing it in somewhere that it should not be. So today's video, I am putting a very luxury home, like a luxury American home, in the heart of Sulani. So this kind of architectural build, I think it derived from like the 18th century. It's like really fancy, like really sturdy, really fancy architecture. And of course brick is like one of the most stable materials you can use, I believe. I hope I am not just talking like crazy. I believe it is one of the most sturdy things you can use. I definitely know that brick is like practically fireproof. Or yes, I think so. I hope I'm not going crazy on that idea either. Anyway, so that's the concept. It's like a very luxurious 18th century American home in Sulani, but also a microhome. I definitely am going to be making this concept a playlist on my channel, as this was so fun to build. Honestly, it just really heightened for me, like just taking a normal microhome and then putting it in such an awkward position. Like, this looks not like it should be here, and I absolutely love it. So this is the out of place space in Sulani, and I really hope I am right that this is like 18th century architecture from America, which I really do think it is. That's what the columns make me feel of. Like, I know specific styles, well, I know some specific styles, but I don't know the names of a lot of them, so it's been quite enlightening as I do these builds to learn a bit more about architecture, as it is in no way, shape or form my forte. So it has been loads of fun doing that, and I can't believe it. This was such a fun build. It is so cute, and the landscaping on it, oh, so funky fresh, so out of place. Now, initially when I was designing the interior, I was going for this like really red fire truck vibe, because I think when I had started building this, it was going to be part of my like color inspired builds, and this space be red. Obviously I kind of varied away from that a little bit with the fact that I chose white walls, as we can see, but I really did want to pay a bit of homage to the red, so there are a few red accents throughout, and obviously the brick is red. The color of the brick I chose was bright red, which I do quite like. I also wanted this to be different. Like, this for me is such a skinny space. Like, honestly, I didn't think I was going to be able to fit what I did fit in this like super small hallway, but as you're gonna see, I fit in a kitchen, a dining room table, not a big one, but it's there, my couch / living room space, and a study space. So like, I fit in 4 distinct spaces, not 4 distinct rooms in this build, and I'm really proud of it. As you can tell, again, I'm still paying homage to the red. It definitely is a central theme throughout the whole entire build, but it is not as aggressively red as I initially had planned. So it's there, but it's not as aggressive as it initially was meant to be, as I place bright red like counters and everything in the kitchen. So that's fine. It is cool though that like brown and red absolutely are complementary colors. Like, they look beautiful together. I wish like redwoods, I don't know how many people know of like the redwoods in California, but if you do, like, they're some of the most ancient and glorious trees, but their wood is fire resistant. Did you hear that? Yeah, the wood is fire resistant / fireproof, as in if your house burnt down with a wooden redwood table in it, the redwood table would still exist. Anyway, I wish I could own so much redwood wood that I could put in this build, but one, these trees again take like 2,000 years to grow and can grow for so much longer. So yeah, if one naturally falls, it's absolutely okay to harvest the wood, but it's not okay to log them. That's why there's been a lot of really intense legislation against that. But moving on, I would want all of that. I want that redwood so badly. And then that redwood would complement this tiny little build, because there's no way in the world a luxury modern American home, especially if it was set in California, would not have like a redwood table or like accent piece if it could, you know? So that's a little bit of a tangent, but I wish like I could own so much like beautiful redwood pieces. At least though, when one tree does fall, the trees are like bigger than the Eiffel Tower, like, or the Empire State Building. They're just so bloody massive. They're so wide. They're like, oh my god, the trees, the photos don't even do it justice. Like when one tree falls, it's enough wood to make like 1,000 tables. So that's what I think about. I would love to own some redwood. I never will, but it's in my mind. Because again, I want to own it, and it would look great in this little tiny space. So as you can see, coming back to this build, thank you for listening to me drag on about the redwoods. Probably should start a TED talk about the redwoods, or just a podcast about random things that no one would listen to except for my mother. So I have lots of random thoughts. Anyway, back to the build. As you can see, I was able to mess about and add a table. So there's a dining table in here. I really wanted there to be a dining table. I didn't want the only place that the sim could sit be the living room couch. And it worked out. Like, I am like 80% certain I playtested this. I'm not like 100% confident though, but I'm pretty certain I did playtest this, and everything was like fully functional, and it was so awesome. I was so happy. And obviously, as you can see in this bathroom, I tried to add a different shower. It didn't work. I had to get rid of it, and it just disappointed me so greatly, because I'm so tired of using that shower from the college one, because it's a nice shower, but it's so boring. I want something like a one-tile shower that isn't like a square, like lopsided. Like, I wish the Tiny Living expansion pack had come with like 2 actual Tiny Living showers. Or, oh my gosh, I hope they revamp the Tiny Living pack. Like, I hope they just upgrade all of them. If they brought a shower that was like a portable shower, like, it could be just like a one-tile little tub type of thing that you click on, and then your sim can like pump water and hold the shower nozzle above their head, like you would use in like a van or when you travel. Like, I see a lot of videos, and like people that live in vans, they own that type of thing. That would be like the best thing to have for Tiny Living, and would work fantastically in this house and space. So I'm kind of upset that that does not exist. I'm tired of the stupid Discovery University one, because again, fantastic, completely functional, but it doesn't fit the vibe of every house, okay? It just doesn't. Size. So for the bedroom, as you can see, I'm trying to maximize the space. If your game does not glitch, you'll be able to sleep 2 sims in here comfortably. If your game does glitch like mine, you can only technically fit 1 sim sleeping here at a time, or squish in the other one. I don't really know how it works. I just know I can only fit 1 sim in a bed at a time if the other wall is blocked. But again, in real life, it's totally fine. So I just tried to play with that and keep it like that. And that's what I'm really happy with. I also wanted this space just to be, again, full of stuff but completely functional. So there's nothing in here that's like not wanted, not necessary. But I do love what I did with that little pot. So cute, so cute. And I love where I put that tiny little TV. At least now with the update, we have the ability for The Sims to watch TV in bed. So I definitely did capitalize on that. So I just wanted the tiny out of place space to be functional, cute. I didn't really interior wise go for like traditional luxury 18th century brick builds. This is just more casual comfort, what I vibed with in the moment. But I do think when I do another out of place space and go with this specific vibe, I'm gonna do a very like modern, not modern, a very rich, like, you know, like expensive furniture, the house that has like a formal dining room, a formal living room, like spaces that you would be scared to go into because there's like everything looks so expensive. So just to really play up that luxury brick 18th century. Also, just watch it actually not be 18th century. I do believe it is, but just watch it not be, and do it expand on that, because this is such, I absolutely also do love anything brick. I think brick is an awesome medium and so cool to use in any type of build, and again, a solid building material. So that would be the vibe for next time, but for just for this one, I kept the interior just nice and cozy and quite comfy. Because again, it was also a very tiny space, which, fun fact, is completely and utterly awesome. Very well laid out. You are welcome. You can also find this build underneath the gallery at poppybuilds. And if you like what you see, you definitely are welcome to subscribe. I always say hello and thanks. I try to post 1 to 2 videos every week. There is always one coming out, but I'm hoping once I have a bit more time, there may be 2 coming out every week. So with the exterior of this house, I wanted to again now really emphasize the modern suburban, not modern, I don't know why I keep on saying that, like luxurious, kind of rich, upper middle class house in America. And what I wanted to do to really emphasize this out of place space was put in a green fake lawn backyard, because this plot is on dirt soil. Like a wealthy, affluent American in a large house is gonna have a wealthy, affluent, luscious lawn, you know? So I wanted to make sure the lawn also represented that. And I kind of liked that, like, I threw in a bit of leaves into the pool, because for me, they live on a volcano. The only reason they were able to actually go so like lush and luxurious is because they bought a piece of land that was at a very discounted rate, because again, it's on a volcano. You can't see me, but I just raised my hand in excitement. So that's the vibe of that. So although this really does embody a, again, 18th century affluent American home, the Sims that are going to live in this house aren't necessarily affluent, because again, the house is a microhome on a piece of land that has volcanic activity. So maybe a little bit less costly than another piece of land like on an ocean front would be. But I had such fun with this, and I threw in a bit of natural landscaping to really help blend in with the environment. Again, I just really did have such fun building this and playing around with an idea and stories, and the out of place space is absolutely going to be a continued playlist on my channel, with this being the first video. Also, I've played on this lot like twice, and it's actually really fun. The volcano activity gives a little bit of variety And it's a good vibe. That's all I can say. It's a solid vibe. Oh, this house is so cute. So after this terrain paint, I think I add a yoga mat, and then we can go and tour it. How exciting. Oh, I did add a bin, so don't worry. And I knew I added something. Also, I'm actually quite happy with the new spa day upgrade. I'm content with it. I cannot wait for Granite Falls. So welcome to our out of place space in Sulani, our tiny micro American brick home with a lot of red vibes to it. So welcome to the living room, study, dining room, and kitchen. Again, it's tiny, but it is laid out so well. Like, this long and skinny vibe really works for the space. And there's loads of storage above with all of those kitchen counters. Cabinets, not counters. Here we are in the bathroom. Functional, simple, is what it is. Wish we could have some different types of shower heads. And then this is the bedroom. It's another TV. Just like a lot of space. I really love how this build is laid out, and it's so functional. Like a real human, not just a sim, could easily live in comfort in this home. And then we have our yoga mats, our beautiful outdoor patio section, and then a lovely pool. And that is the whole entire build. In my opinion, it is absolutely gorgeous. I am extremely ecstatic about it. And don't forget, you can definitely download it underneath my channel if you find it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see all of y'all next time. Bye. Okay, now bye. Bye.